Is that the smell of Old Spice aftershave, Old Bay crab seasoning, and old sweat socks? Must be time for the Nice Guys on Business podcast.
Let's just play this scenario out for a second. And of course, by us playing this scenario out, isn't it a fly in the ointment? Aren't we throwing a wrench into this monkey? Wait a minute. Don't throw wrenches at monkeys.
Well, that's a real wrench in the ointment there, isn't it?
Yeah, a totally mixed metaphor.
And now, broadcasting from the hatchback of a 72 Ford Pinto, broadcasting from a secret bunker underneath Fort McHenry, broadcasting from the abandoned food court at the White Flint Mall, broadcasting live from their mother's basement, broadcasting from no closer than 100 yards from their court-mandated distance from Tim Ferriss, broadcasting from the back room of El Pollo Hermanos. It's Los Chicos de Niza por Negocios. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
So I wanted to point out that well, first of all, yes, that's the first thing. I was here before Doug, which is fucking amazing. Doug got here exactly at the straight up moment that we were top of the hour that we were supposed to start the podcast, which is, late for Doug. But then not only was he just barely on time, he said, "Hey, Strick, hang on one second. I'm going to get a beer." So that sounded like such a great idea. I decided.
Whoa, yeah.
I spray myself. I decided to do the same. Here, can you?
Well, you know why this new attitude, this whole new me, I was running a little bit. Wow, that is a nice pour, Strickland.
Shiner, baby. Look at that. It's like TV pour right there. Just one little drip down the side.
How the hell did you do that? Is that practice?
Practice, my friend. Thank you very much.
That's pretty good. Well, I started to say, and I didn't finish yet because I wanted to say we have a few things that we definitely want to talk about, but on the top of the list, something that might involve a lot of money. Maybe some relatives.
Okay.
Some games, just a few little mental games being played. And do you know what I am referring to?
What I'm hearing you say is weeb whoop, we have an inheritance update.
Well, you're almost correct. I am, of course, talking about Squid Games.
Okay, I did miss the target on that just a little bit.
You really did. But we will get don't everyone just completely just bail on us right now. We do have the conclusion to the inheritance update. We will have a conclusion that will be in today's episode. So if that's not a teaser to hang on for the entire episode, I don't know what is.
Nice.
We
have Squid Games to talk about. That's good.
Wait, did somebody knock on my door? No.
Did you knock on my door?
Well, I've since hired a butler now.
Fun is waiting for you. You don't recognize the song?
Yeah, it's Three's Company.
Exactly. The pleasure's all. I don't remember the words. Hers and his. Three's Company too.
Jack, Janet, and Chrissy doing their thing, and then it was Jack, Janet, and
somebody else. I don't remember.
Who was the other one? Who replaced? Did somebody
Suzanne
replace
Summers.
Chrissy?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, if anybody knows what we're talking about, which is pretty much nobody. So hang on. We are going to reach the conclusion of the inheritance update, and I will give you examples of things that I could buy with the money that I have received. So,
that's going to give us a clue as to how much it is.
Yes, I am not at liberty to disclose the exact amount, but with any type of sleuthing, you could probably figure out, within, I don't know, a little bit, what the dollar amount is, and I will get you almost there. But we have the IRS audits our show. Need to make sure there's no funny business going on. IRS will have no idea if I use things, if I say things like, it's almost like, because I'm going to give you a span of dollars, and you're going to have to figure it out from there. Nice guy community. I know you can do it. But I have 4 things that are on my list that I want to talk about today. Are you ready?
Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
Now I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Squid Games. We are absolutely going to do that. We will be going through an inheritance update. Weeb whoop. Very nice. We, of course, have many voicemails, I believe, from last week.
I see 4.
Okay. All right. It might just be 4.
Does that sound right? It doesn't seem short. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I just kept, and they all came in last minute. They all came in late.
Oh, okay.
So it might only be 4. And then, of course, I want to talk about the fires in California and how everybody's doing. Why don't we start with that one? Because that's a little bit of a downer subject, but I think it's important to update everybody. First of all, everybody know that has reached out to me. I am safe. Thank you. And I appreciate you reaching out. Now stop reaching out to ask me. My mom, who does not listen to the show, by the way, thank God, my mom, because she's like, you say some curse words a few too many times, Doug. You're not really representing the family name, the family crest. Now that I have an inheritance, you're not representing the family and the way that we should be represented. She said, you dropped the F-bomb way too much, Doug. Okay, so we'll start with that one. Fires in California. California, very, very, very large state. I don't know what tip to toe it is miles wise, but it's got to be at least 1,000 miles, isn't it?
That's a good question.
Can we Google that?
I'm going to Google it. You continue while I Google.
Sorry, drinking my beer at the same time. So we did lose power, but we did not have any fire. We did get a lot of wind that pretty much dumped everything that was in my backyard into my swimming pool. So I had to fish everything out. Let's see, there was 4 lounge chairs. There was a, those heaters that you see at the restaurants that have the dome on top?
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Yeah, it's great when they're not wet. Yes. Yeah, fell into the pool. I had to dig that out. What else was in there? Probably the entire fall worth of leaves were in my pool. And Sam, the pool guy, is going to come here on Tuesday next, and he's going to say, "Hey, Doug, didn't you have the same windstorm that we all had? Because I've done his entire job this week." But yeah. So anyway, the how long is California from the Baja Peninsula all the way up to Oregon?
800 miles.
Okay, so
you're pretty close.
800 miles. We live in a very small section of California. It's called Ojai, 5,000 residents here, and there are somewhere in the area of how many residents are in California, Strick?
Oh God, now you want
another Google question. I'm gonna go with 12 to 15 million. I'm gonna say something like that. I don't know if that's even close.
Speaking of, I'm sorry, close to how many million?
I said 12 to 15. How many is it?
Quite a bit higher.
Really?
39 million.
Well, okay. So we live in a town of 5,000. There's 39 million here. 11,000, I think, were evacuated. And I'm not saying that they aren't important souls. They are. But you hear about the wildfires in California so much more than you hear about like a hurricane hitting the East Coast or something. I mean, you guys get it all the time on the East Coast. So maybe I'm just elevating the intensity of the East Coast storms and lowering the impact that the California wildfires have. Thank you all for all of your wishes. I am well, but man, oh man, I could literally spend the entire day just looking at news accounts for all of the things that could possibly be evacuated and have to happen because of the fires. And look, it's a lot of smoke, it's a lot of fire, and a lot of homes destroyed, but it's no different than a huge hurricane hitting the East Coast or Florida. Do they get that much news on Florida's hurricanes?
Yeah, they get a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for your care and concern. I am fine. I am okay. I am living in my bunker right now underground that I have built with the inheritance money.
And by the way, Trump wants us to take Greenland by military force if necessary. right?
Well,
Have you heard about that?
why do we have to take it by force? Don't they want to give it up?
Well, apparently they don't want to sell. They don't want to sell to the United States, and Trump has not ruled out the idea that we may go in with military force. Do you know how many people live in Greenland, by the way?
5,000? I don't know.
Speaking of population, well, no, Greenland is a monstrous area. I mean, it's a very large country.
Isn't it between like us and Russia, like a little bit closer, like something like that? Isn't it? Isn't it like
it's towards the Arctic Circle, but it's on the other side. It's off of our east coast, not the west coast, and Russia's off of our west coast of Alaska.
It's our, Strickland, technically the earth is round. You could get there either way.
Right. Everything is above everything else, technically, if you go far enough, right?
Right. Okay. So why does he want to take it? And how did we get from fire to Greenland is what I want to know.
I was area of California.
Oh, when I said the population.
It was population of California.
Are you telling me that Trump is going to somehow invade Ojai and make it a part of the United States again?
Well, no, it was just funny because let's see, the California is 163,000 square miles. What's the area, I wonder, of Texas? That's curious. 268. How about Alaska? 663,000. Okay, so Greenland is bigger than Alaska. Okay. And it's actually about. Let's see what. Oh shit! Now hang on, it didn't go back right. That's Greenland. Oh, it was this one. Okay. Let's see. Texas. It's about 3 times the size of Texas, and it's about 4 times the size of California. Okay. So that's a good comparison. Let's say Greenland is 4 times the size of California. Okay.
Is there some strategic importance to Greenland?
According to Trump, there is.
Well, and why by force? Why can't
and we already have a military base there that we pay them a significant amount of money to have there, apparently.
But he just wants to go ahead and start a war because, not like we have enough other shit going on in our world.
Exactly. Now, I'm the one that said by force. I mean, I don't think I've heard Trump say by force.
Are you reading between the lines a little bit?
Well, somebody asked him, would you rule out, like if Greenland doesn't want to sell, which they've already told us they don't. Denmark currently owns Greenland and Denmark doesn't want to sell. And Greenland has said they don't really want to be a part of the U.S. But when
Denmark
somebody
wants to sell it to us in like tulips or something
right,
like that.
Exactly.
And I'm sure, we could kick their ass because they'd be running around in clogs the whole time and trying to catch us. Isn't that right?
Somebody asked Trump, would you rule out using force to take Greenland? And he said, or using military force.
Right.
And he said, no, I wouldn't rule it out. So Greenland, again, which is about 3, it's more like 5 times the size of California.
Hold on. I want to challenge you just a little bit. It's kind of like us going out together and, you in your single days, maybe saying, is there any shot that you'd sleep with me, to a girl that's at the bar? And she goes, I wouldn't sleep with you guys with you if you were the last man on earth. Or
no, even if you were the last man on earth and we had to have sex to repopulate the planet, I would still have to think twice before having sex with you.
And of course you would think.
Well, so you're saying there's a chance.
Right. So you're saying in other words, there's a chance. You've read between every possible crack, cranny, and you've done more cranny searching than,
but if
Thomas's English muffins, there we go.
If the military is involved, would you say that would be taking a country by force? Is there a way that having the military involved, if there's no force involved?
Well, there is intimidation. I can take it by intimidation. I can mentally fuck you. I mean,
we've gone down a long rabbit hole. The original point was, do you know how many people, all of this discussion and the military and all the other shit and all the people we're going to piss off Denmark and everybody else. Do you know how many people live in Greenland?
I'm going to go 2 million people.
Fewer.
Wow, fewer than 2 million people. Well, shit. All we need
A
to send over.
lot fewer.
We just need to send over the Boy Scouts to kick their ass. A million, less than a million.
Let's give you a comparison.
Yes.
The city that I live in right now, which is Georgetown, Texas.
Yes.
Which is a suburb of Austin.
Yeah.
There are about 96,000 people that live in Georgetown, and Georgetown is not that big.
Mm-hmm.
Georgetown is apparently the 352nd largest city in Texas. If that gives you an idea, about 96,000 people live here in this small town of Georgia. Right. You could drive from one end to the other in about 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
56,000 people live in the entire country of Greenland.
Wow.
So and about 2/3 of the number of people live in Greenland that live in Georgetown.
and the square miles are between Texas and California in size?
No, the square miles, if you took Texas and California and put them together, Greenland is about double that size. So it's fucking huge.
Well, so if I'm thinking down the right path that you normally be thinking, it's like the national parks, Greenland, you feel might be a waste of space.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, so should we just roll over the people there? Do we trade them beads? Do we do something like the Louisiana Purchase and give them trinkets? What's your solution here?
I just can't figure out what's so important about it when so few people live there.
Well, I can tell you, just based upon my knowledge of Greenland, my limited knowledge and my 8th grade history, if I can remember what Mr. Grove taught me, I believe, and this is not Googling, my hands are here, I have not Googled this, I believe it is a country that is rich with fossil fuels, minerals, and rock deposits, which would be good for things like, I don't know if lithium and oil and petroleum products and that kind of stuff reside underground. Is that am I close?
That is true. That is absolutely true.
Mr. Grove, way to go.
That was a good job. Very good job. Now, a lot of them are frozen under hundreds of feet of ice, apparently, but they might, they're saying with global warming, it could be easier to get to them soon.
Just barely a tick of the geological clock, maybe another 300,000 or 400,000 years will get us there. And Trump will have done now. Would Greenland be like Puerto Rico in that we just kind of bring it in as a territory, kind of like Guam or the Samoas or anything like that, and we could bring them in and then completely ignore them and completely rape their territory of all its natural resources?
Something like that, I guess.
Well, then that would be perfectly right in line with what Trump would want to do, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's cool. We went from wildfires to taking over Greenland. I can tell
what
you,
was the second thing on your? You can.
I can tell you that one of the devastating losses in the California wildfires was Rosenthal Winery. Anytime that a Jewish person loses something, it's really, I personally think that it possibly could have been a fire that was set intentionally at Rosenthal. A little Jewish lightning. You know what I'm saying? could have been it. But I do think that the wildfires probably took it. I'm so sorry for Rosenthal. Was a great place to go right up PCH as you're driving up PCH. You could go there a little wine break and just enjoy a little tasting, and then travel up the rest of the Malibu coast, which is now engulfed in flames. Unfortunately, what the hell is going on? What is happening with our world?
Global warming?
I don't know. Was that going to happen anyway? Do you think that we actually contribute to global warming, or do you think that it was just a part of the natural evolution of where temperatures were going?
I'm pretty damn sure we are contributing to global warming. Yeah, pretty sure. But hey, what do hundreds and hundreds of scientists know, right? I mean, come on.
Well, we certainly aren't helping it. I mean, by putting a jet plane in the a jet in the air and burning all of that at who knows what temperatures, and all of the things that we are doing, imagine all of the hot oil that is turned by McDonald's right now. Imagine all of that. That's got to be contributing to global warming.
I'm sure. Quite sure.
I think so. Okay, so the second thing that was on my list was Squid Games. I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that. I spent the last 2 hours. I wanted to make sure I got in my final 2 episodes of the season so that I could come to you watching the conclusion of season 1.
Hey, right. Just to clarify, this is season 1 that was out a good year and a half ago, and Doug is just getting around to watching it, which is fine because season 2 is out now. Well, for those of you who haven't watched it, we're not going to give a spoiler alert because it's been around for a fucking year and a half, and the whole world talked about it, and it was incredibly well watched. I guess it was like one of the most watched shows on Netflix ever. Yeah. When it first came out, it broke all kinds of records for the number of people that streamed it on Netflix. Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
It's in Korean. I mean, that's amazing.
Right.
It's not even English language. I think they had a subbed version, right?
Yeah, a dubbed English voice version, which is really challenging because as you're watching it, you're watching their mouths go and you're hearing different words. It's just not the same emotion.
I watched the subtitled version. I like that much better. Yeah, because the dubbed version, you hit it on the head, right? Like you can't get the vibe and the feel and the emotion, right? Like when it's subtitled, I just feel like you get a better sense of the actual performance from the actor because you're hearing them speak, even if you don't know exactly what they're saying.
I didn't even have a choice though. I watched it as Netflix gave it to me.
Interesting. So you watched a dubbed version.
Right. So as I am listening, I'm not reading any words. I'm hearing an English actor doing the part of a Korean actor doing their part.
I'm guessing that there's like an option.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I watched it, but I watched it over a year ago.
And that's precisely the reason why I didn't watch it when it first came out, because I'm like, I watched, crap, what was the name of that? Heist? Was that the name of that Heist in 6 parts or something like that, where they do the Italian, I think
the money heist.
Money heist, right?
Yeah, because then it was,
That was subtitles in Italian. Also, I don't think that was. I can't recall. It's funny. I can't recall now. Did I watch it? Do you remember?
I think you're right. I think it was subtitled. Or I think it was dubbed. Yeah.
But I stopped. I hesitated watching Squid Games because I didn't want a dubbed or subtitled version. I don't know. I for some reason I was discriminating against the series just because of that alone. And I need to stop doing shit like that.
I know, me too. Like the money. I do come across a series on Netflix, and as soon as I realize that it's not in native English, I'm like, fuck it. It's got to get a lot of really damn good reviews for me to watch that. And
all right,
it is discriminatory.
So for those that didn't see or don't even have any idea what Squid Games is, or it's not one of those recommended things, I'm sure you can get it on Netflix. You just need to type in Squid Games. Can you give a summary of what Squid Games is all about? Do you think you can give a summary of it?
I can give you the quick version. Again, no spoiler alerts, but basically this guy finds out that there's people are being offered an opportunity to win what is the equivalent of hundreds of millions of dollars.
27 million. I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
27 million.
It's 40 billion won, which is like $27 million.
Okay. And they are targeting people who have a lot of debt or don't, are homeless or don't seem to have much going for them. But what they don't tell them when they grab them is basically there's only going to be, I think they start with 250 people or something. It's a very large group, right?
456.
456 people. And what they don't tell you is there's only going to be one winner. And if you don't win, you fucking die. Like everybody else is fucking killed. And so this guy goes into it because his brother had disappeared the year before, or a couple of years before or something. And he basically snuck in because he wanted to investigate and figure out, because he thought there was something shady going on. And sure enough, he figured out there was something shady going on. And he kind of wormed his way in and he won, right? Is that what happened?
You got it a little mixed up, but you're not far off the mark. There's a guy down on his luck, in major debt, wants to please his mom, but just can't figure out how to do it. He signs up for this game that Strickland was just mentioning, and there is a cop that is tipped off that this game is going on, and he infiltrates the behind the scenes, and it's very cool. I like their costumes are really good. They do a good job with that. And so this cop gives you the behind the scenes look at what happens with the quote unquote the management, the team running the game, and then the guy that's trying to please his mom and trying to get out of debt and all of that. It's the relationships that he develops with all of the people in the game and the shady characters that are participating in the game. And each game, just to give you an idea, like they're all kids games. They're all like marbles and red light, green light, and and some other things where you just have to hop to the right space to advance to the next thing. And but if you don't, you die. And so like the first game they play is red light, green light, and nobody knows at that point that if they don't do what is supposed to, if they don't stop when red light comes on, they actually get killed. They get sniped. So and then you realize, oh shit, this is how each game is going to be. So and then there's another game where they're playing marbles or something, and they're picking a partner, and they think they're going to partner in which to help each other get there, and they discover right as the game is about to begin, the person you picked as your partner is actually the one that you're competing against, and it's like, oh crap, because everybody, like the guy picks his wife. One of the guys
you pick a partner that somebody you're friendly with and that you want to work together, and then you realize that one of you is going to fucking die.
Yeah. So the story, without giving away any more than we have already given away, and again, spoiler alert, there's a lot to give away in this game anyway. So if you want to see it and don't want to hear this, and just stop and start this again in 5 minutes or whatever. But it is just fun to watch these. It's 6 games. I think it's 6 games. 6 games, and it's carried out over, I believe, 8 episodes. I don't think they play any of the games in episode 1, and I don't think they play any games in the final episode either, or something like that. I think it's 8 episodes. Really quick. It's a good. You can probably get through this in a weekend if you really want to, dig in and binge watch. I loved it. I thought.
Now, you did enjoy it all the way through the end?
Yeah. I thought it was great. And when you get to the very end, you realize, oh crap, I know that person. It's like you realize who's running the game when you did not know that.
Okay, now you got to remind me. And again, fuck the spoiler alerts, because it's been out for a year and a half. I don't remember that. Who
So there was 2 players in the game, player number 1 and player number 456. 456 is our main character, and player number 1 is this old, feeble guy that's diseased, and he's participating. We don't know really why he's participating, but we discover in the last episode that he is, again, spoiler alert right here. Stop listening if you don't want to hear this. That he is the one that has organized the entire game.
Oh shit! I didn't remember that. Damn. So it was the old guy that everybody was being really sympathetic about, right?
Yeah.
And then and he lost in one of the late. Like he made it a really long time, right?
He lost in the round with 456 with our main character in the marbles game, and the guy's got dementia, or he pretends to have dementia, and he can't remember what he called odd or even. And the guy, our main character, who is not the most honest guy in the world. I mean, keep in mind that this guy has got a lot of debt, and not good debt, like gambling debt, and he kind of lied his way through that game, and he felt really guilty about it. And towards the end of the game, he had to lie in order to win. But the old guy, he basically says, "Hey, it's okay, don't worry," and he gives him the last marble, and that's the end of the old guy's life, or so we think. We hear the gunshot, but we don't see him being killed, which was unusual. It was kind of a clue to me that said, oh, maybe they didn't kill that guy.
I didn't pick up on that at all. I
didn't quite pick up on it, but you think back as you're listening to it, and it's like, or watching it, and you're thinking, oh, that's why they didn't show him. And it is not for the faint of heart. If you're squeamish about people being killed on camera, you do not want to watch this.
Now, did you know they came out with a real life version of this after the show?
Not with death, though.
Not with death. Now, that was the other thing. So Netflix came up with a real life competition version of this. And when they said they were going to do this, I'm like, what the fuck? How are they going to do it? Right. So every player has a thing around their neck.
Right.
and it's basically a paintball, right? And so if you lose, your paintball explodes. And so they're wearing these white shirts, if I remember correctly. And so when you lose, they can't electronically, they basically hit a button and it blows. And so you're out. It was very clever. I thought that it was very well done, and I really enjoyed it.
How was that received?
I thought it was pretty well received, but I don't know that they're doing another season. I haven't heard about them doing another season.
So as we get to,
it was interesting because of the camaraderie. Really, there was a lot of like people being very upset when their friends got eliminated, and they all knew going in. They knew it was going to be one winner because they'd seen the TV series.
In that game, in the real life game, the real life version. Right. What's interesting is, when they got there, this is again going back to the series, not the game. When they got there, they all were protesting. They're like, after red light, green light, they're like, what the fuck did we get involved in? Mm-hmm. And they all decided there is a rule. If the majority of the people that are there decide that they want to stop playing the game, we won't award any of the cash prize, but we'll stop the game. That no harm, no foul. Mm-hmm. And so they voted, and it was I think the old guy. Oh my God. I think it was the old guy was the final
that had the deciding vote. You may be right.
I don't remember. I think that was the case.
Go back and watch it again.
Anyhow, so they voted to stop playing the game. And then I can't remember how this happened, but they decided then to restart the game, and they all came back.
Hang on. I thought they made the decision to not stop the game. Like it was really close.
They made a decision to stop the game.
Okay.
So they stop the game. Everybody goes home. And then somehow, I can't remember how it happens, but then everybody gets the card again and they restart the game. So they all sign back in and everybody shows up again and they play the game.
I don't remember that. See, it's been too long since I watched it now.
It was really good, really violent. And I would encourage someone that is out there that needs a really interesting series, but doesn't want. Now, I don't understand. Here's the thing I don't understand. They got to the end of the first season, and I'm thinking, okay, they got there, the end of the first season. What can they possibly do for season 2? So I haven't started watching season 2 yet, but I could see the beginning stages because as our main character number 456, is on the subway, he sees a guy that got indoctrinated into the system the same way that he did, and he's like, oh no, you're not gonna, you can't start this again. And pretty much that's where we left it. So,
I'm curious too. Now
like,
how do you make it exciting? Right. I've not watched season 2. Where do you go from here? Right. Like the entire series was sort of the reveal of this thing and how it works. And so you can't do that in the second season, but I've had a couple of people at my office that have watched it, and they've said the second season is very good. So apparently they did okay.
Well, when I watched season 1 of Survivor, and then here goes Strickland's desk going down. When I watched season 1 of Survivor, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, so they're just going to do the same thing over and over again. They're going to have people that are surviving, and they're going to create, what do you call them, alliances and all of that. And I don't know that I care about what game that they play. I like the whole relationship thing and the dynamics that the personalities, take
totally
in the game. I mean, it is kind of cool to watch. The setup of the games is pretty cool. Even though a simple game like red light, green light, or even the game like the Squid game, which is the final game they play, or marbles, you're like, well, what could they do that could be interesting in this? But they figure out how to make the contest really exciting.
Okay, what's next on your list?
Voicemail.
Oh, I thought there were 4 things on your list, and
there were Squid
and
Games,
one of them is voicemail.
Squid Games, Inheritance Update, voicemail, and fires in California. We have now successfully done the fires in California. We added Greenland on there. I don't know how Greenland got. That was you. That was all you.
That was population, and then California, whatever.
Yeah, do you have anything to add? Do you have any topics, or are you coming to the table with the normal amount of topics that you normally have?
Which is 0.
Which is none.
I mean, we could talk about the Trump is going to be inaugurated. I think
What
that's
was the
pretty
whole-
entertaining.
What was the whole deal with him not did they what did they decide about the whole thing with the flag and Jimmy Carter and all of that? What did they decide about that?
So, for those of you who are not paying attention, or those of you who don't give a shit about politics, or don't live in the United States, you're the lucky ones. So, former President Jimmy Carter passed away, I don't know, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago.
At 100 years old.
And as is tradition, okay, there is a 30-day window of mourning where the flags are flown at half-mast. The U.S. flag should be flown at half-mast for 30 days in remembrance, memoriam. And Trump basically said, that's during my inauguration, and that can't happen because the absolutely beautiful American flag needs to fly at full mast because I'm that important, and my presidency is going to be the best presidency ever, and it can't be tainted by starting with the flags at half-mast. And Joe Biden
thank
said,
you, President Cheeto.
and Joe Biden said, you don't have any say in this until you're actually president. So fuck the fuck right off. Okay. And that's basically what he said. And I just think it's very funny.
Did he say it that way? Did he say it just like that?
I quote Joe Biden, hey, Donnie boy, fuck the fuck right off. That's exactly what he said. I'm reading the quote right here.
Well, when you said Donnie boy, I was thinking Donnie Osmond passed away, but it was his brother Tito, correct? Go back and listen to last week's episode if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, and Trump actually he tweeted, or maybe it was on his fucking Truth Social, whatever the fuck. He said the Democrats are all giddy about our magnificent American flag potentially being at half-mast during my inauguration. Trump said in a post on Truth Social, incorrectly using the term that refers to flags being flown halfway up the mast on a ship, not a flagpole.
How did he refer to it? What did he?
Oh, half-mast. It's half. I don't fucking know.
What is the proper? How do you half?
Yeah, that is a good question. Half-mast during my inauguration, the term that refers to flags being flown halfway up the mast on a ship, not a flagpole.
So is it half-staffed?
I guess half-staff. Yeah, I guess that is right. And then he's like, they think it's so great and are so happy about it because in actuality, they don't love our country. They only think about themselves. Like,
I don't think any of that is true.
He's fucking insane. He's like, the only reason that he wants it not to be at half staff, apparently not half-mast, at half staff, is because he's only thinking about himself. So what does he say? He's like, Democrats only care about themselves because they don't want our beautiful flag to be at full. The level of he's just such an idiot. I just can't even get over it.
I guess the way that I'm looking at this is like, welcome to the second term. I mean, that's the way. And here's another question that I have for you. And maybe you do, or maybe you don't know the answer to this. If we can look it up, that would be great. If a president serves one term, then doesn't serve a second term immediately, and then serves another term, does that qualify as 2-term limits?
Yeah, because there actually was a constitutional amendment. I don't know which one it was, but there was not a limit on the number of times a president could be reelected.
FDR, wasn't FDR like president for 12 years or something?
Something like that. Yeah, we had a president that was elected 3 times or 4 times, and I think if I remember correctly, it was a Democrat. And so they pushed a law through of like, hey, you know what? 2 terms is enough. That's it. And it is a constitutional amendment, but it does not specifically say 2 continuous terms. It basically says you can only serve 2 terms as president. And so this will be Trump's second term. But apparently, from what he said during the election, we're never going to need to vote again anyway. So I think over the next 4 years, he has some plan for him to stay in power forever. So we'll see what happens with that.
In the 1940 and 44 presidential elections, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, became the only president. Delano, sorry, thank you. Became the only president to be elected. It just says Franklin D.
Okay.
There. That's the only time I created my own middle name for him. He became the only president to be elected for a third and fourth term, giving rise to concerns about a president serving unlimited terms. It's the 22nd Amendment to the United States Constitution. Huh. Very interesting. Did not know any of that shit. Very interesting. Okay, let's do this. Let's dive into voicemails, and then we'll break into an inheritance weeb whoop update.
You are just going to tease it and make everybody wait, huh?
Well, I'm just trying to do what's best for the show. I'm just trying to do what's best for the nice guy, Strickland. I see. He was born in 1882. Jeez whiz.
That's crazy.
That really for what I would think is a I know this is going to date me completely, but for a modern day president to be born in 1882.
Well, the other thing is crazy. I didn't realize this. So he was elected 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he didn't get elected again is he fucking died.
Right, he died.
He was president until 1945 when he died. I'm curious if they passed that constitutional amendment before he died to make sure he couldn't get elected a 5th time.
He died at 63 years old, Strickland. It's just around the corner. Both of those for us at that age for both of us is right around the corner.
Well, when you're the president for like fucking 14 years, it takes a toll on you. It takes a lot out of your life.
I guess you're right about that. Okay, let's dive into the voicemails that we have.
All right. Well, let's make sure before we weeb whoop, I have all the 27 audio settings in the right place so that when I hit play, it actually plays and everybody hears it. Are we ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
And I believe I have all 27 settings right, but now I am additionally crossing my fingers when I hit play to make sure that you actually hear it. Okay, here we go.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I am not going to interrupt. I know you weren't. You were waiting for something after that. Nothing is happening after that. I'm telling you the truth.
I'm not gonna interrupt. Is that like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it? Does it make a sound?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to expand upon that because I wanted to make sure that you were aware. I saw a nice large gap in between the voicemail from Jared theme song and the first message. And I was thinking that you were thinking I was going to interrupt, and I was just kind of throwing a little bit of a what's it? Something in the ointment? What's that? How's that?
Fly, a fly in the ointment.
Yeah. How is that an expression? Fly in the ointment. I mean, first of
well,
all,
if you're putting ointment on, I don't know what kind of ointment you'd be putting on, like hair tonic or fucking Vicks vapor rub and shit, right? Like if a fly were to fly in, it's an ointment is typically sticky, and then the fly gets stuck in it. I could see that.
Wouldn't it be better to say fly onto fly paper? Because really, I mean, it's only just a happenstance that a fly would fly into ointment.
Well, that's the whole point, is that a fly is supposed to fly on fly paper. So if you'd say, well, that's a real fly on the fly paper, you'd be like, so that's efficient? Is that what you're trying to say? That's working as it should properly work? Because a fly in the ointment is like an unexpected issue, an unexpected problem.
Kind of like a monkey wrench, block. Like a monkey wrench.
Now that's interesting too.
Throwing a wrench into what? What is?
Well, that's an interesting phrase, right? Boy, I really threw a wrench into the works there. Okay, what does that mean? Why would you? So like it's a whole bunch of gears and somebody just threw a wrench in.
Yes, that would be horrible. Can you imagine somebody just throwing a wrench into like a working engine? Just throw a wrench under your hood of your car as the car is on.
Anyway, back to my original point. Isn't your declaration that you're not going to interrupt in itself an interruption?
Well, I was kind of helping you through. Now, see, here's what would have happened at the end of the voicemail. Let's just play this scenario out for a second. And of course, by us playing this scenario out, it's a fly in the ointment. Aren't we throwing a wrench into this monkey? Wait a minute! Don't throw wrenches at monkeys.
Well, that's a real wrench in the ointment, there, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally makes metaphor. So if I saw that there was a large gap between the end of the voice of the theme song and the beginning of the first message, you wouldn't have gone back and edited that three or how many seconds is it? I can't quite make it out on my screen. How many seconds is it between there? 28 to 32.
3 seconds.
Okay, that's 3 seconds. That is a lot of dead air for either you or I.
Okay.
All right. So my thought was, let's not have that gap. Let me at least say I'm not going to say anything. Being the fly in the ointment, if you will. I have another question though. Now that we're on the question, now that we're talking about it, I may as well ask you because we've already fucked this up. I've totally interrupted now. What other character? What are you doing?
What am I always doing? I'm scrolling and looking at other shit while you're talking.
Well, you have to focus on this question because it's going to be.
I saw Florida sues company that pocketed overpayment after CEO loaned herself $6.2 million to win House seat. That's just fucking interesting.
Wow,
that's clickbait if I ever heard
that was
it.
a lot of stuff in there. That was.
I think that's going to be the title of this episode. Florida sues company that pocketed overpayment after CEO loaned herself $6.2 million to win House seat. Duggan Strickland.
That is a lot. I don't know that I would do that. Okay, now. We call them flies, right? We call them flies because they are flies. The common housefly, that is the name of it, a fly. Mm-hmm. Are there any other animals that are called, or insects or whatever, creatures that are called by the thing that they do? Like,
sloth?
Why do we call it
I guess sloth isn't an actual slow action. It's a description of
right.
It's like an adverb, right? You're slothing.
I don't know. I miss that day of conjunction. I miss that day of what's it called?
What's your function? Words and phrases and clauses.
Hold on. I can get my book back in the day that goes through every one of the what the Schoolhouse Rock. That's
Schoolhouse Rock. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill, and now I'm off to the White House where I stand in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if it signs my land, I'll be law. How I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
God damn, that was pretty good. That's way more of it than I remember.
That was good.
I like that vocal line. That's a great line. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's good. If you need to hear more of that, maybe Strickland, I know, could you communicate? Do you communicate with the show notes writers anymore or no?
I can. If needed, I can. Yeah.
Can you possibly just put the I'm Just a Bill YouTube video in the show notes just so people have the full access to the entire
I'm Just a Bill YouTube link and maybe I'll do even better. Maybe I'll put it on as an Easter egg.
Oh, that would be really good. Will that get us dinged and kicked
off? Probably,
yeah.
Oh
shit. Okay.
Whatever.
That's another episode without any listens. Hey, what shit, what was I gonna say?
Fly in the ointment?
No,
Do we have any other?
I was gonna stay with I'm Just a Bill. If you go to YouTube and you look at the original video by Schoolhouse Rock, like the actual genuine video, how many views has I'm Just a Bill got? I'm gonna go with 29 million. I don't know why I'm
going
saying
to
that.
go with more like 100 million, but let's find out. I'm just a Bill.
William Love.
Oh, The Simpsons. No. I'm just a Bill parody.
Schoolhouse
I'm
Rock.
just a Bill.
Schoolhouse Rock.
CH.
There you go.
Schoolhouse Rock Live. Wow, look at that. Okay. I'm just a Bill rock video with guided. Okay. I'm just a Bill. I think this is the Schoolhouse
There you go. It's
Rock.
the second one down.
Yeah.
No, that's the Saturday Night Live one.
What? This is?
The real one has
No,
only
this
gotten,
looks like the real one, Schoolhouse Rock.
how many views though has it gotten? It hasn't gotten that many.
993,000
Okay,
views. That's
now-
under a million. I
Okay,
was
now-
far. Oh, no, hang on. Didn't you? What did you just say? I forgot the
Yeah,
number
you got the
said.
right one right there. But go to look at the SNL one, the SNL version of that. Look how many more views that one has
Oh,
gotten.
there's an SNL version.
I thought I saw that.
Well, hang on. I just went back and it didn't go.
That's fine.
No, I saw. Okay, here we go. Learning with Lexi.
Yeah, that one. That
Oh, here we
second
go.
one,
How
yeah.
does a bill not become a law?
Look how many views that has. 9.1 million.
Live
views.
on stage, the
Clue live on stage. Oh yeah, 9.1 million.
That's the
views.
SNL version of I'm Just a Bill with Dana Carvey starring in that one.
But the original, under a million.
Under a million.
But I was still closer. Didn't I say some couple 100,000 or something?
I don't know.
600,000? I don't
I
even
forget.
remember.
I forget.
It was
what I
like 2
said.
minutes ago. I just don't remember.
How many millions of views? What a great throwback to kids' age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's enough. I'm done interrupting the non-interrupted version of the space between the theme song music and the first message. So did we?
Okay,
play we did play the theme song, right? We did that.
We did.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Doug Strickland, JD here.
JD.
About JJ show. I think, obviously it's been many years. I'm pretty sure I started listening to JJ after you interviewed her a long time ago. And I like what she has to say. I still continue to listen. That's why the other day I mentioned the generator thing. I think you actually were talking about it on JJ's show and brought it over from that way. And then even the other day when you're asking about people we haven't seen talk to in a while or whatever, I mentioned like, hey, JJ hasn't been on the show in a while too. So
True.
Anywho, yeah, I still listen to both you guys, JJ, Monday episodes, So anywho, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Well, that's good. So we've got some crossover listeners. I'm not one of them, but that's because I don't listen to either show. But JJ, for those of you that don't know, if you've been living under a rock or have never listened to the show before, JJ is Doug's girlfriend and they are living together. And how many podcasts does she have now?
Oh my God. Well, she really does focus on spirit, purpose, and energy, but I believe somewhere in the area of 12 to 15 podcasts are active right now.
Wow.
Pretty
And
big.
you're going to have, I predict that you guys are going to have a smashing JJ's birthday week this year.
I think you are right. We will get to that in just a few moments.
Okay, here we go. Voicemail number 2. Thank you, JD, for calling. We appreciate you.
Hi, Giggle Doug. Hi, Strickland. It's Sally, and I'm calling because I'm listening to the fuckery, and I already have 2 things to say. Number 1, Strickland mentioned that we stayed in for New Year's. Yes, we did, but he forgot to mention that we put on formal wear. So I put on a dress that had been a bridesmaid's dress. Fancy green satin floor length dress, and Strickland's daughter Amanda put on a black crepe spaghetti strap dress with some beading, and Strickland put on what I can accurately describe as a Hugh Hefner silk robe and
Yeah, I'd forgotten that.
pajama pants.
Yeah.
So he looked kind of dressed up from the top. I think they were they your Maryland flag print pants, Strickland. I don't
Could
know.
be. I don't
And we
know.
took pictures
Nice.
in front of the Christmas tree. I was still technically positive for COVID at this point. So I stood on one side of the Christmas tree and they stood on the other side. But yeah, that was an important detail to our night in that I felt really should have been talked about. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, similes and metaphors. So you can remember a simile because it says something is similar to something else. It uses language to say something is like this or as that or appears as something. And a metaphor doesn't say it's similar to, it says that it is. So that's how I remember metaphor and simile and why they're
Sounds
different.
confusing.
I love the fuckery. I love YouTube. Okay, bye-bye.
Simile is similar, where a metaphor says this actually is that. Interesting.
I need
Makes sense.
examples. I need examples. And do you have to think that on the fly?
Only if you want to define what it is, and I don't think most people care.
Well, okay. So when you say it, you don't say, metaphorically speaking, you don't start a sentence. And do you say similarly speaking? You wouldn't say
It's
that,
pretty
right?
funny. I have been known, I think, on occasion, sometimes, to say metaphorically speaking, but I would never say similarly speaking.
No, totally not. If you're thinking about it, it's way too much thought that goes into it. You just have to own it. And I think Sally owns it. And I know that I don't own it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't own it.
Fair enough. We're ready
Okay,
for the
let's
next
get to the
voicemail.
night. Yeah. Thank you, Sally,
Here we
for
go.
the message. Next one.
Hi, Giggle Doug. Hi, Strickland. It's Sally, and I'm calling because I'm listening to the fuckery, and I already have two things to say. Number one, Strickland mentioned that we stayed in.
Hang on, that's the same message.
Same.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
audio pattern. It is exactly the same message. Sorry, it got copied twice.
So wait. So here is the question. Very
Mhm.
similar to the White House, the Watergate tapes that have a break. Is there supposed to be another message that we have?
It's possible.
Did you maybe download two of the same messages again?
No, I can try. I mean, I don't think it was possible because I downloaded them as a zip file and then unzipped the zip file. But I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Voicemail 3.
Interesting.
No, because I'm looking in the folder.
Yeah.
Voicemail 2 and voicemail 3 are both exactly 239 kilobytes.
All right. You know what I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to go directly to the source.
Oh.
I'm going to go into my voicemail folder.
Mhm.
My voicemail. I don't know actually how to get there the proper way. So I'm just going to Google Voice. Okay. So let's go here. And so this would be since when? What would be the date? What was last Friday's date?
I got to pull up a calendar. Last Friday was the 3rd of January.
Last Friday was the 3rd of January. So it would have to be, yeah. Okay. So it would either be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday recording day. There are 3. There are the message that we just played from JD.
Mm-hmm.
There is the Sally message
Sally's
that we
message.
just played. There is now again, I normally don't go in here because I don't want to see who's leaving a message, but there was a message. There was a message from Tim, and it was here's the message. Hey Doug, hey Strick, it's Tennessee Tim. I know I've been MIA for a while, but an interesting. Hang on, I'm gonna have to call you back. And so then there was another follow-up message, which is the 3rd message or the 4th message in your particular case that you have here on voicemail, in which he does leave a full message. So I didn't download the short
one.
Or maybe Ashley decided that she was just going to download one because I didn't give her any instructions. So
Okay.
all right,
Let's see what we
let's
got.
just go on to the next one from there.
Okay.
Hey, Doug and Strick. It's Tennessee Tim again. Take 2. Sorry about
There you go.
the false start there. But hey, sorry I've been MIA. I wanted to wish you both a happy 2025. 2024 was an interesting year for me. So after a near fatal brain hemorrhage, a retinal detachment in each eye and
Jesus.
cataract lens replacement in each eye.
Mercy.
Those were scattered throughout the year. So just when I thought I was healing from one, another one would hit. So it was really a roller coaster year. So hopefully 2025, I know 2025 will be much better. It really does change your perspective when you have a brain hemorrhage that they don't know what caused it. Say it may never happen again. But it does change your perspective when they say 75% of the people who have what I had died. So I guess I still have work to do in 2025, but it's been a blessing. Michelle took great care of me on the better or worse part of the marriage. She was on the worst side of it for taking care of me, but she was such a blessing. And also, it actually brought Montreal Maurice and I together too. He was a good caretaker for me as well. So that's
Nice.
something to look forward to going into the new year as well. So I hope y'all are doing well. I will try to come back and make more comments of later voicemails, but I wish y'all a happy and prosperous 2025. Take care. Bye-bye.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, I knew a lot of the things that had happened to Tim because we've been texting, but I didn't realize that 75% of the people that get what he had are fucking die. Whew,
Tim,
crazy.
that's what I mean, yes, you are like one of the good guys. I mean, yeah, Strick or I could see us going down pretty quick just with a bolt of lightning. That would be easy. I mean, shit, we're, pretty disparaging about all
Crazy
things.
shit. But why don't you give us your last topic, your inheritance update?
So weeb whoop, weeb whoop, weeb whoop. Okay, so we have now reached conclusion. The money has hit my bank account. Now I'm not at liberty to provide the exact amount for fear of disclosure to not only the IRS, but it would be against the terms of the will. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to come to your own conclusion based upon some of these clues that I'm about to give you. Okay, you ready? Strickland is feverishly.
I'm making notes. I'm going to have to try to solve the mystery with the clues. I want to make sure I get the clues right.
Are you ready? Here is clue number 1. I could have bought, or I could buy. No, I could have bought.
No, you still can't. Okay.
Yeah, I could have bought. When you hear what the clue is, you'll understand why I can't do it now. But I could have bought 100 shares of Bitcoin from the past decade.
Hang on. From the past decade? Are you saying that?
I can't go back right now. The value of the money that is in my account right now, if I would have, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to take an arbitrary number. 8 years ago, I could have bought 100 shares of Bitcoin. I'm not saying that is the exact how much and how many years ago, but within the last decade, I could have bought 100 shares of Bitcoin. Now, today.
Okay, that's pretty. So what you're saying is,
yeah.
If I wanted to actually figure this out,
yes.
What you're saying, if I'm clear, is that at some point
here you go.
In the past 10 years,
yes,
the value of Bitcoin was at a rate where you could have purchased 100 Bitcoins.
Yeah, and I actually have to expand that out a little bit more. I think I was a little bit not correct for the fact checkers that are out there. Is actually I meant since you know where my brain is. I'm always in a different decade. Since 2010, so that will actually be 15 years, not 10 years.
Okay, so it sounds like if I were to look at the Bitcoin value. Hang on. Let's take a look at this.
Just look at today's value as an example.
It's extremely high right now.
Right, exactly.
Extremely high. Bitcoin value 2010 or 2015?
Well, I gave you a 15-year window.
Okay, so it's 2010 now.
Right. I was looking at an article I was trying to figure out, and I just for some reason I was looking at 2010 and said 10 years. I meant 2010, it being 15 years.
Got it. Okay. So, and you could have bought 100
Right.
with the money that you made. Okay. The money that you inherited.
Correct.
Now, just to clarify that,
Yes.
for those of you that don't know, Bitcoin currently is worth close to 100 grand, like one coin of Bitcoin. Is that
One
right?
share, not the coin itself, but one share. You're right. You're not buying a Bitcoin. You're buying shares in the company Bitcoin.
I thought you were buying a Bitcoin.
No, I don't even know. Can you buy a Bitcoin? Where do you go
That's
to
what
buy
I thought.
Bitcoin?
That's how I thought it worked. I don't know.
So I buy stocks. I don't buy the product. Like it's like saying to me, how much would it cost to buy a movie on Netflix as opposed to I'd like to buy a share of Netflix. Okay, just so it's a little meta talking about a product that not only is a currency but also has a stock price.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify that for those of you sleuths who are trying to do the math. Okay,
I'm gonna. And by the way, so you know, I'm gonna help you by triangulating because I'm gonna give you 3 clues. I'm gonna give you 3 clues. This is just one of them. We're spending a lot of time on this one, but there are 2 other clues.
But for clue number 1, just to be clear, okay, in 2010, okay, and Doug is clarifying that the money that he inherited, he could purchase 100 shares of Bitcoin. Now, somewhere within the last 15 years. Now, if he could buy 100 shares, let's say yesterday, okay, shares are currently at $98,000. So
per
if
share.
per share.
Right.
In other words, if Doug could buy, if it is today, if the point that he's talking about is today, that would be $9.8 million that he inherited.
Correct.
Now,
I did this math.
consequently, if it's, let's say 2010 that he was talking about,
right?
In 2010, Bitcoin was at 8 cents per coin, which means that it's possible that he inherited $8. All
right. So
let's go for the next clue then.
Right. So you see what I'm doing. I'm helping you to slightly narrow it in. Now that is the broadest of the ranges.
Doug earned somewhere in his inheritance between $8 and $9.8 million. Okay, got it.
Clue number 2. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
75 years worth of the annual income of several third world countries.
You're not going to tell us which third world countries, but several.
Several.
And you can't tell us how many. Like you could even say, I have calculated the actual gross domestic product of 4 third world countries. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but if I give you the exact GDP this year of those 4 third world countries, it adds up to, you won't even tell us that it's 4.
Okay,
it's somewhere between 2 and 15.
But do a range of third world country incomes. Go ahead and do that. 2024 average third world income. You'll get a closer range than you would with the Bitcoin between 8 cents and 100,000.
Is it the average gross domestic product?
No, not the gross domestic product, the average annual income.
Oh, income
of a person that lives in a third world
countries.
You're doing good.
Okay, so if I were to narrow that and figure out what the actual figure is, right?
Right.
Which, by the way, for you sleuths, apparently it is around $1,135 US. You're not going to tell me how many third world countries it is the average of.
No, but you just, what's interesting about what you said, and again, I'm going to play the guy that doesn't know but trying to figure this out. I said 75 years of that income.
Oh, okay, 75 years.
Right. So let's just say for the sake of argument, it's $1,000 is that number. I said 75 years. That would equate to an inheritance of 75 grand. So I'm taking a larger picture of that of the Bitcoin, narrowing it down just slightly with the third world country. Okay, so now that was second clue. Now let me give you clue number 3. Are you ready? This will be the one that will narrow it down, probably the closest for everyone that's on the list. A used Lamborghini between the years of 2007 and 2020.
There are many different models of Lamborghini. You realize it is not a model of car. It is a make of car.
Okay. Yes. Sorry.
And I think, if I remember correctly, I think Lamborghini, haven't they made some supercars or hypercars or some shit that are like ridiculously expensive?
Probably.
Lamborghini, let's say used Lamborghini prices. Used Lamborghini prices, and 2007 to 2020? 24. Oh, okay.
And as you're listening to this, Nice Guy Community, keep in mind that Strickland is actually, he's helping you. He's getting you almost all the way there. I mean, he is as floundering as you will be if you were doing this on your own. So you may as well use the education that Strickland is giving you right now. So Strickland, for the record, what is the cost of a used Lamborghini between 2007 and 2024?
Okay, so Lamborghini, let's say Lamborghini all models. I'm on cargurus.com.
Nice.
Lamborghini all models, and I want years, minimum 2007 to 2020. Oh, now this is weird. Car Gurus, the website Car Gurus, it only goes up to 2014.
Oh, okay.
So let's go find like cars.com, right?
Okay, there you go.
Cars.
Couldn't you just type in used Lamborghini?
I did, and it doesn't really tell me much because of the wide range. So I'm going to go to used, and we're going to go to somehow cars.com doesn't have Lamborghinis. I don't understand why not.
Maybe just so our Nice Guy community can get a little head start on those that are not listening to this episode but trying to guess how much my inheritance is, which would be pretty much no one, since I haven't told anyone except for you guys. But just give them a clue.
Okay, well, we're going to look up the 2007 to 2014.
Okay.
Lamborghini. Now, and I'm going to clear Gallardo also, because it could be any model, not necessarily.
Very nice.
What's your zip code? And this will raise it up too, because you've got a heavy duty zip code.
93023, I think. I don't know. Don't write it down.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one that comes up is the this is interesting, because I'm seeing 2018, 2024 cars, even though it says it only goes up. So the price range, I'm going to sort by lowest price first. Oh, that's crazy. Wait a minute. Something's wrong there, because that's a 2022. I think I got the wrong years. Hold on. No, this does say 2007 to 2024.
This was the one I was fuzziest about, because it's hard to, there were so many. So how?
Oh, no, here we go. Lowest price first. The reason that the $200,000 one comes up first is because it's like a fucking preview or whatever. Yeah, sponsored, right? Exactly.
Right.
A 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo. Now, I don't know if I should say this, because this lowest price is pretty high.
What is it?
The lowest price, at least from Car Gurus. Now, Car Gurus could be like,
like
ones that are in collectible ones that are in really good shape. Right. This isn't like any beat to shit Lamborghini, right?
Like they all are, right?
A 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, all-wheel drive, $95,000.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot.
So we're narrowing it down a little bit then, aren't we?
Yeah. But if I go the other way, let's sort highest price first.
I'm going to go with 950 grand. Is
no, it's higher.
Higher? A Lamborghini higher than that?
Apparently a 2022 Lamborghini Countach LPI 804. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yep.
With only 557 miles on it, 6.5 liter V12 hybrid. What the fuck? Hybrid?
Well,
Why
you
would
got to
a
think about the
Lamborghini
economy.
be a fucking like goddamn? Anyway,
carbon footprint, Strickland. You got to
Right.
think of that.
$2.9 million.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, that there gives you a range. That's a good range. So if you take, now, I don't know how you put all these into Chat GPT, but if you type in all of these things and you say, Chat GPT, give me the best guesstimate for Doug's inheritance, I think that you're going to come up with pretty close number to what it actually is.
That's exciting. And if somebody calls in and guesses it, will you tell them if they are correct?
I can't.
You're not allowed to.
I
Legally.
think I think we've beaten this up since August of last year, because that is, my uncle died 10 years ago, February. I think that's what it was. And his wife had to pass in order for the inheritance to trickle down to us peons down here. And so finally, 10 years later, the chips fell yesterday as of the recording of this. So 2 days as of the playing of this, and the money hit my account.
It's amazing.
So
that's why March, which is JJ's birthday, which for those of you who don't know, Doug and JJ don't celebrate her birthday on the day. It is a birthday week celebration.
It's the birthday month, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an entire month. So can we just summarize what we have decided, or at least the clues that have put us in the right place? We know that the inheritance was somewhere between $8, right? Because that's what we discovered was the lowest point, to
and 9.8 million. No. We've narrowed the top end down to the top price of the Gallardo, which is 2.9 million.
All right, so there you go. That's pretty good. Now you put all of that into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will tell you probably within $5,000 how much the inheritance was.
And how do taxes work on that? Do you have to pay taxes on that as if it's regular income?
So really interesting. There are no taxes paid on inheritance.
So it's not even treated as income at all?
It is not treated as income at all. Now, the income that is produced by the interest in any investments that I make would be taxed. But if the inheritance comes to me as post-tax dollars, meaning it's not coming from an IRA or a pre-taxed income, it's just passed through. And that's to relatives. So I don't know how it works if, like, let's say that, I think with business partners it would probably be the same. I don't know. We need a tax expert in our community to share. When do inheritance get? Now, I can tell you that if the giver of the inheritance, so the person that passes, the estate of that person, if the inheritance is more than, like, I don't know, I forget the number, 12 million, 18 million, something like that. If it's more than that, then they have to pay some sort of inheritance tax.
The person, the
estate,
dead person,
the estate.
I got it. So whatever the value of the estate is, the first thing that happens is it's reduced by the tax amount, and then whatever's left over is whatever's left over.
I believe that is what the inheritance tax is all about. But the inheritance taxes, I don't believe paid if it's a immediate family member, nephew, aunt, uncle, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Certainly not a child or a parent.
Okay, then.
So I know that was a long way to get to the clues, but that is all I can share with you. If I am staying within the bounds of the law.
Okay.
I don't want to give up the money.
Well, we've been talking for close to 100 minutes now. I think it's time to wrap up.
All right, let's wrap up here. Those of you that would like to leave a voicemail again for next week, if you would like to share a guess at what that would be fine. I cannot confirm nor deny what the amount is, but I'm happy to laugh with you as you disclose what you feel that number is. Okay, nice. Let's head out of here. Until next week, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the nice guys. Well, there's always money in the banana stand.
You sure gotta climb a lot of steps to get to this Capitol building here in Washington. Well, I wonder who that sad little scrap of paper is.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
Well, I got this far. When I started, I wasn't even a bill. I was just an idea. Some folks back home decided they wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." Then he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill. And I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee, and I'll sit here and wait while a few key congressmen discuss and debate whether they should let me be a law. I hope and pray that they will, but today I am still just a bill.
Listen to those congressmen arguing. Is all that discussion and debate about you?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most bills never even get this far. I hope they decide to report on me favorably, otherwise I may die.
Die?
Yeah, die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm going to live. Now I go to the House of Representatives and they vote on me.
If they vote yes, what happens?
Then I go to the Senate and the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for me on Capitol Hill, well, then I'm off to the White House where I'll wait in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if he signs me, then I'll be a law. How I hope and pray that he will. But today I am still just a bill.
You mean even if the whole Congress says you should be a law, the president can still say no?
Yes, that's called a veto. If the president vetoes me, I have to go back to Congress and they vote on me again, and by that time you're so
By
old.
that time, it's very unlikely that you become a law. It's not easy to become a law, is it?
No, but how I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
He signed your bill. Now you're a law.
Oh, yes.